As a newly appointed sergeant, you respond to a call where a crime scene requires supervision from an officer. You order a 20-year veteran officer to assume supervision of the scene. The officer responds to you that the junior officer can handle the scene and drives off. How would you handle the situation?
This incident involves a possible violation of a direct order. You must address it immediately and ensure that there is compliance with the order. I would immediately call that officer back to the scene and speak with that officer directly. If possible, I would have another supervisor be present while talking with this officer, and at the same time, I would also, if needed, I would assign another officer to the task if it needed to be immediately addressed at that time. I would then again instruct the officer of the order to make sure that it's clear and concise. The officer would be allowed to respond to the order in case there was any conflicts that had arisen, such as maybe a lieutenant gave him another order or another supervisor gave him another order and it was in conflict with mine. After determination of it, and if possible, if the officer was responding appropriately and he was manageable, I would then order him to complete the task that originally was ordered. While he completed the task that was originally ordered, I would monitor to ensure that the task was completed. During this time, if it was found that he had directly violated my order, I would notify the lieutenant of the incident. The lieutenant would make the determination on an investigator of the violation. If I was assigned to be the investigator of the incident, I would take all statements from all parties that were present when the order was given, any body camera footage, any radio transmissions, the CAD, which is the history of the call, would be included in the investigation, and then the conclusion of my investigation. If a policy violation was found for the officer, I would review it with the advocate to see the officer's history, to see if there was any progressive discipline regarding the incident, and then I would recommend discipline. A limited distribution unusual would also be completed and submitted to the chain of command. The SRR would be completed and submitted to my lieutenant. I would conduct roll call training on the importance of complying with orders to both the people in my span of control and roll call trainings. Upon the officer's return from discipline, I would ensure that he was in compliance with my orders and receive training in the policy and procedure regarding the incident. Throughout his career, if he was under my supervision, I would ensure that he was being a productive and integral part of the Hartford Police Department. And that concludes my answer.
Thank you, Kennedy.